It's the 40th season of First Financial Bank Football Friday Night.
Good evening and thanks for watching Football Friday Night. I'm Tyler Green and I'll be with you all night to give you highlights and more. And we had some great matchups for you tonight. But there might not have been a bigger one at Shotwell Stadium for the Crosstown Showdown between Abilene High and Cooper. Both teams going into this one 1-0. So they're looking to hand their rival their first loss of the season. Well, Jaden Carrillo is at quarterback for Cooper, and he hits the long pass to Tavius Collier. And that's on the opening drive. That brings some momentum for Cooper. And guess what? That same connection would connect a couple of plays later. This time, it's going to be for 6. As he makes the nice catch there, keeping both feet in. Well, it's not a rivalry unless you talk a little bit of smack and celebrate with your coaches there. Gotta love it. Eagles, they stumbled on offense to start last week out of the gate. They're looking to start a little bit faster. Braden Henry flushed out of the pocket. He's going downfield, but that ball's picked off by Kamari Titus. And, well, he might not have gotten a big return, but he got some great momentum for Cooper. However, they would punt, and, well, Abilene High would take advantage. On the first play of the next drive, it's Majul Aboso who takes the pitch on the reverse, and he's going to have some room to run, outrunning the Cooper defense. He's going to break a tackle there, and he puts Abilene High on the board with that touchdown. They'd missed the field goal, but Cooper stays ahead. But Abilene High grabs some big momentum. We'll have that score and final score on our website at KTXS.com. Staying here in Abilene, we have our first six-man action of the year, and it's Abilene Christian School hosting Midland Trinity. Trinity's first possession, Grady Whitelaw. He's going to fumble the ball, and guess what? Abilene Christian School recovers it for the turnover. And, well, the Panthers' Caleb Thine is going to catch Pearson Walters' pass, and he's going to take it 30 yards all the way for the Panthers' score. Abilene Christian looking good. Chargers, they're going to run the ball once again, but guess what? They're going to cough it up one more time, and guess who recovers? Abilene Christian School. That's another turnover, and a couple of plays later, Nate Presley takes Walters' pass in for the touchdown. That's 2 turnovers and 2 touchdowns for Abilene Christian, so you got to love that. And then this time, no turnovers, but still a Panthers touchdown on this. Breaks a 50-plus yard score. Abilene Christian School looking good. That final is going to be on our website at KTXS.com. And still ahead on Football Friday Night, we'll have some more highlights for you from games from across the big country, so don't go anywhere.
First Financial Bank Football Friday Night is sponsored by Abilene Teachers Federal Credit Union, Capital Farm Credit, Galbraith Law Firm, Kent Elliott Roofing, Key City Collision, Lawrence Hall Abilene, Smith & Son Farm Equipment, Texas State Hearing Aid Device Center, Zentex Remodeling Group, and First Financial Bank.
Early season Thursday night action, and I'm not talking Cowboys and Eagles. I'm talking about the Wiley Bulldogs, who went up to Lubbock last night looking to build off a win from last week as they took on Monterey. In the first, Jonah Reed drops back for Monterey. The throw wasn't there, but he tries to go to the outside, and it's picked off by Giandre Rodriguez, and that's a pick 6. Wiley going up 7-0 early. Monterey would get on the board with a field goal there. Plainsmen trail 7-3, and you got to love the drone shot, courtesy of KCBD, our friends up in Lubbock. Third quarter, Jonah Reed with the quarterback keeper. That puts the Plainsmen up 10-7 at that point. Then down 14-10. Legend Williams goes up the gut for Monterey. He's not going to get stopped. That's a score. Then Jonah Reed does it through the air as Cam Taylor is going to be there for the touchdown. That puts it 24-14. Monterey would go on to win 24-21.
It is now week 2 of high school football, and the Albany Lions, they're coming in with some momentum. Last week in their first game of the season, they held the Stamford Bulldogs to 7 points. Now they have a new test, the Holly Bearcats. The Bearcats, they're coming off a victory against Roscoe where they put up 33 points, lighting up the scoreboard. So who takes it on this rainy Friday night?
Last year, Holly won this matchup 21-0, and the Albany Lions, they made sure that won't happen again with a blocked punt. Jackson Shack right there to recover it. The first touchdown of the game goes to the Lions, and then it's Braylon Billington. Yeet! Let's keep running. Let's get into the red zone, and he does. The Lions, they set themselves up in a really good position, and then Billington, he is going to cap it off for the score. The Lions, they went up 14-0 to end the first quarter. Hawley could not move the ball at all. They committed 3 turnovers. The Lions defense stepping up once again.
Now let's take a look at the Play of the Week nominees. Going first from Abilene High, Majula Boso bits the huge run for Abilene High on the reverse. He's going to outrun the Cooper defenders and break some tackles before he gets in for the score. Then we're going to head to Stamford as Mason Mueller finds Braden Jimenez on the screen pass. And well, Jimenez does the rest, outrunning some defenders, breaking some tackles, just showing off that, hey, I'm the big dog in Stamford now. Now we head up to Albany as Jackson Shack blocks the Hawley punt. And guess what? Albany recovers it, and that's going to be a touchdown. Talk about some momentum there for the Lions. Then, as an extra Play of the Week nominee in Week 2, Kamari Titus is going to bobble it for Cooper, but he ends up with the pick and grabs some momentum for the Cougars as well. And you get to vote for which play you think is best. All you have to do is comment on the KTXS Sports Facebook page. We'll count them up and show you Play of the Week on Sunday night. And thanks for joining us for Football Friday Night here in Week 2. We hope you join us again this time next week. And don't forget to vote for your favorite Play of the Week. Have a great night.
Well, here we are. We've got a top 10 showdown here in Stamford tonight. The number 10 DeLeon Bearcats will take on the number 8 Stamford Bulldogs. The Bulldogs are looking to shake off a tough loss against Albany last week, while the Bearcats are coming into tonight red hot after putting up 68 points on Dublin last week. But the question of the night is, will that momentum be enough to take down Stamford? Let's find out tonight. Stamford wins the toss and gets the ball first. Couple of short runs, incomplete passes, and they punt it away. Here comes the Bearcats. Quarterback Heston Joe fires a strike to Max Jones for a nice gain. Then Adon Salinas caps the drive. Easy walk into the end zone. Kicks no good, but DeLeon's on top 6-0. Now Stamford's turn. Braden Jimenez takes the handoff, lowers the shoulder, keeps those legs pumping, drags the pile, and the chains keep moving. Then Mason Mueller tosses it to Jimenez. He turns the corner, gets a wall of blockers in front, slips past one defender, shakes another, and now he rumbles all the way down inside the 5-yard line. Mueller finishes the drive himself with the quarterback sneak. Touchdown Bulldogs. Extra point is good, and Stamford takes the lead 7-6.
And we head to Merkel as the Badgers are coming off an impressive win in Week 1, the first in the Westwood era at Merkel. Could they make it 2 straight against Bangs, or would the Dragons torch the Badgers to get their first win of the season? Would have it first as Jackson Duncan takes the handoff, and he's going to get some physicality for the gain. Dayton Verna, well, he runs it in for 6 here. Bangs goes up on top. But then Easton Malone shows that size as a sophomore. He runs it up the middle, taking Bangs defenders with him. Then Malone, he's a quarterback too. He's going to pass to Caden Bloombaugh. That's a huge gain before he gets taken down. Then it's Tristan Quinones-Smith who's going to take the handoff for the Badgers. He runs it up the middle, finds some room before he goes down. And then Mason Prieto, well, he'd get in and he'd get the score here. Taking out our cameraman a little, but he gets to the corner. Merkel goes up 7-6. That final is going to be on our website at KTXS.com. And still ahead, we'll show you Play of the Week nominees, so you don't want to go anywhere quite yet.
Thank you for watching the 40th season of First Financial Bank Football Friday Night.
Mavericks are hosting the Clyde Bulldogs in a non-conference matchup. The Mavericks coming off of a week where they struggled some offensively in last week's loss, but the Bulldogs are rolling in with a little bit of momentum after a 20-point win over Cisco. Both teams coming off of a disappointing 2024 season, but the chance to change that is now. The Bulldogs putting up a performance similar to last week early with 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. Junior Devin Wright running the ball right up the middle. And then shortly after, a turnover by the Mavericks put the Bulldogs back in prime scoring position. Junior Harley Griffin able to find the sideline for the touchdown. Eastland, who was celebrating their homecoming, but not much else after a series of turnovers and huge hits like this one by Clyde number 6. Hunter Donati's made it difficult for the Mavericks to get up the field. Clyde really showing off their physicality, putting up big hits every chance they got. For the final score, visit our website at KTXS.com.
Anson quarterback Grayson Fagan faced a tough test in his first high school game, having to take down a veteran-led playoff-tested team from Hamlin. However, that didn't faze the freshman play caller as he acted like a 4-year starter, throwing for 350 yards and 5 touchdowns to lead the Tigers to a huge win over the Pied Pipers in Week 1.
They've got a very experienced defense. They had a lot of seniors. They fly around, they get after the football, and him coming in there and just showing that calm, cool kid that he is, he did a really good job of just handling his business and doing his job and getting the ball to the dudes out there and just let them go.
Fagan had a tall task replacing former Tiger quarterback Corey Lane, but the first-year head coach in Anson told us that his new quarterback has already earned his team's respect despite his age.
Grayson is he's a very mature freshman. He's not always goofing around and all that. He has a good time, but his mentality with coming out here and going to work every single day really it made me comfortable with him being in that position. I knew he had the athleticism. I knew he had the intelligence to play the position, but just the fact that he can go mix it in with our seniors and our upperclassmen and not feel like, you know, he just finished junior high really makes a big difference for a bunch of our receivers and our senior linemen to feel comfortable with him back there taking the snap.
Grayson Credit Union Player of the Week.